In a historic announcement, the Ukrainian General Staff played its game-changing cards. Flamingo, bars, Lyuty. These are Ukraine's own domestic products. This is the moment Putin's lie that the war will end if Western aid stops officially died. Flamingo has a range of 3,000 kilometers. This is not a simple technical detail. It means that every military base, every command bunker beyond Moscow, St. Petersburg, and the Urals is now a target. Putin thought he could destroy the war in Ukraine's cities. Now, the flames of that war are turning back toward his own capital. And these missiles weren't just designed to explode. Some were equipped with bunker-busting warheads capable of penetrating concrete up to 10 meters thick. Why is this information important? Because when we look at the targets struck on the night of November 13th, we see that this was not a terrorist attack, but a surgical operation. This was a decapitation operation, targeting Putin's generals, oligarchs, and warlords. This is a message sent to Moscow. The rules of war have changed. The war is no longer just on our territory. Now, nowhere is safe. And this is just the beginning. Oriol governor Andrei Klitschkov could not tell his panicked people to go to shelters, because there were no shelters. Instead, do you know what he said? Hide in the hallway, in the bathroom, in the closet. This is no joke. This is a Russian governor admitting the final outcome of Putin's 25-year promise of a strong Russia. On one side, confessions. On the other, threats. The regime's chief propagandist, Vladimir Solovyov, appeared on screen to hide the helplessness caused by the attack. Solovyov said that
Через Днепр должны быть разрушены, плотина Киевская должна быть разрушена, город должен быть затоплен.
Another Russian propagandist threatened the whole world with Russia's Poseidon nuclear torpedoes. Russia, unable to even stop the attacks, thought it could destroy Kyiv. Vladimir Putin has relied on one thing for decades: Russia's infinite greatness. No matter how badly things went on the front lines, he believed that Moscow, St. Petersburg, and those critical industrial facilities and arsenals at the foot of the Ural Mountains were safe. Until November 13th. Here, we need to take a closer look at the technical anatomy of the Flamingo. Because this vehicle is not just a drone, it is a low-cost cruise missile. Flamingo is an advanced platform with a range of approximately 800 kilometers, powered by a small-scale turbojet engine. Capable of reaching speeds of 450 to 500 kilometers per hour, this system engages the target area in seconds, unlike traditional propeller-driven UAVs. Flamingo's body structure is made of composite materials that absorb radio waves. This gives it an extremely low radar cross-section. So, where was Russian air defense during the attack? That's the crucial question. Oriol is one of the most strategic hubs on the route to Moscow. Theoretically, it should be under a multi-layered air defense umbrella. However, these systems, known as Flamingo, have become the biggest nightmare for Russian air defense. This is because Russian air defense systems are designed to counter ballistic targets or conventional warplanes coming from high altitudes. However, these systems, which fly close to ground level, have low radar signatures despite being jet-powered, and lock onto single, valuable targets, roam around in the blind spots of Russian radars. They hug the terrain, flying in terrain-hugging mode, only 30 to 40 meters above ground level. Russia's impregnable S-300 and S-400 batteries were probably scanning the ceiling of the sky at the time, but death came from below the radar horizon, skimming the tops of the trees. The reporting of more than 12 explosions in strategic depth areas like Rostov is proof that Russia's layered air defense doctrine collapsed and that billion-dollar systems were indistinguishable from piles of scrap that night. The type of ammunition used here was also critical for the destruction of the target. Storm Shadow carries a 450-kilogram Broach penetrator warhead. This warhead works in two stages. In the first stage, the penetrator charge pierces the refinery's outer concrete or steel armor. In the second stage, the main explosive detonates inside the facility. Ukraine did not fire its missiles randomly. They were directed with surgical precision at the refinery's most vital points, the distillation towers. Looking at the structure of the Novoshakhtinsk refinery, we see that the points hit targeted the atmospheric distillation units,